Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. And Joe Schoen, he finally went out and did it. He is signing a wide receiver to this football team. Finally, after the devastating Malik Nabers injury that cost him the entire season. This is why you subscribe to the channel, though. When the Giants make a move, we make a video. No matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, we're going to stop, drop, and roll and get you the Giants news that you need ASAP. Make sure you are subscribed. We're on our way to 100,000 subscribers. We crossed over 94K today. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Sincerely, thank you. I encourage everyone to hit the sub button, join the channel. All right, wide receiver Ray-Ray McCloud, who was recently released by the Atlanta Falcons due to some disciplinary actions, which we'll talk about that, is signing with the New York Giants. It is unclear at this point if he will sign to the practice squad or to the active roster, but this is at least a legit NFL talent wide receiver. 5'9", 185 pounds. He's 29 years old. His birthday was actually October 15th, so happy belated birthday, my man Ray-Ray. Best birthdays are in October. He's played in 98 games in his NFL career. Got started back in the NFL in 2018 with the Buffalo Bills. He's played with the Bills for 1 year, Carolina for 1 year, 2 years for the Pittsburgh Steelers, 2 years for the San Francisco 49ers, and 2 years, the last 2 years with the Atlanta Falcons. 98 games played. He's started in 25 of those games. He's been targeted 235 times for 158 yards. He has 1,518 yards in his NFL career as a receiver, 9.6 yards per catch, 2 touchdowns, and 74 first downs picked up. This is someone that also can get the ball out of the backfield as a running back. He has 25 carries in his NFL career, 271 yards, and a touchdown on that front as well. He's also played in 8 playoff games, and in those games, 4 receptions, 46 yards. His career 17-game average stats, 27 receptions, 263 yards, and 0 touchdowns. This is a player that if you can scheme him open the football, he can make plays after the catch. He is extremely fast. He is extremely twitchy, and he can break tackles as well as leave defenders in the dust. A really good yak guy, 4.53 speed coming out of college, had 62 catches for 682 yards last year. That's a pretty damn solid season. That shows me that he could produce for this football team. And that's exciting, especially for a team that's thin like the Giants are at the wide receiver spot. He has 12 drops in his NFL career, just a 6.9% drop rate, so pretty sure-handed in the NFL. To put that into perspective, Darius Slayton is at like 11.0 in his NFL career. He has a 48.4% contested catch percentage. He's been targeted in those scenarios 31 times, and he has 15 catches. He's made defenders miss, per Pro Football Focus, 20 times, 20 missed tackles forced. So he can make plays after the catch. And when you talk about yards after catch for his NFL career, he has 828 yards after catch, and we told you he has 1,500 yards as a receiver. So half of his receiving yardage comes after the catch. That's exciting because when you talked about and you watched this Giants offense over the last couple of games, they hadn't had explosion. They hadn't had playmaking at that wide receiver spot outside of Wan'Dale Robinson. Hopefully they'll be getting Darius Slayton back. Look, I'm not a big Slayton fan. He's at least an NFL receiver, and I know his last game was all-time bad. Even though I'm not his biggest fan, I don't think that's a true depiction of who he is. We've seen Slayton have some big games, big moments, get behind defenses, drop some big passes, but also catch touchdowns as well. So if you can roll with Ray-Ray McCloud, who is, in my opinion, an immediate upgrade over Jalen Hyatt, and you have Ray-Ray, you have Wan'Dale, you have Darius Slayton, look, congratulations. You're no longer the 32nd best pass-catching group. You're like the 30th or 29th or something along those lines. This year for the Falcons, he has 6 catches for 64 yards. He has been targeted 12 times. He lines up in the slot probably most often. 46 snaps in the slot this year, 42 on the outside. For his NFL career, he's lined up in the slot 904 times, 677 times on the outside. So a slot receiver who you can get the ball to. If you could manufacture and diagram and design him open with room to run, he can eat up yards after the catch. He's a guy that can take the ball, go the distance, adds just a much-needed playmaker to this wide receiver group. Does that mean the Giants are done trading for a receiver? I'm not so sure. Ray-Ray McCloud, who's potentially being signed to the practice squad, is going to change the Giants' long-term plan of adding a wide receiver too. So no, I don't think this changes anything for the Giants at that front. He's also a really good returner. Now, I think Gunnar Olszewski has been a really good returner for the Giants this year, but it gives them another option. Maybe they go to Ray-Ray there, and maybe it's Ray-Ray and Gunnar back there instead of Deonte Banks, which would be awesome. I don't want to see Deonte Banks touch a football. I just don't believe good things will happen when he touches the football. So if it's Ray-Ray and Gunnar, that's cool. And if that punt returner, if you want to stay with Gunnar, I'm okay with that. If you want to go to Ray-Ray, I'm cool as well. He has a 98-yard game in his career, 8 receptions, 98 yards back in 2024. He also in that same season, which I guess was last year, 4 catches for 95 yards, had another game of 6 catches for 66 yards. So his best 3 games in the NFL all came last year with the Atlanta Falcons. Maybe I'm a little bit too jazzed up about Ray-Ray McCloud being added to this football team, but it's someone that's going to potentially help. He's better than the guys that we were playing. I just don't think Bo Collins is playable at this point. Jalen Hyatt gives you nothing, essentially. So that's exciting. You get someone that can make plays. Giants have been pretty explosive this year on offense. 10 explosive plays versus Denver. It's crazy. The offense isn't really the problem, despite being down Malik Nabers, despite being down Darius Slayton the last 2 weeks, and not having John Michael Schmitz last week as well. He did fumble 3 times in 2024, so I don't love that. Hold on the football. Last thing I need on an NFL Sunday watching the Giants is seeing Ray-Ray McCloud fumble the pill. That'll be a crash out. That's for sure. So, Ray-Ray McCloud signing with the New York Football Giants. Trying to see real quick if it is to the active roster or if it is to just the practice squad. Official Art Stapleton says he is going to the practice squad. 29 years old, 684 yards for the Falcons last year. He was released by the Falcons with only 64 yards in the season. Okay, let's go to that because I don't really know what went on with Ray-Ray McCloud, but I'll just read you the article. Falcons have released wide receiver McCloud just days after the team sent him home from their facility last week. This article was written on the 21st, so still pretty timely. McCloud was kicked out of the team's training complex under mysterious circumstances with little clarity offered by head coach Raheem Morris at the time. The wideout also did not play for the Falcons, so he got sent home. Morris told the media, I sent him home, an excused absence. We are working through some things that are private with the young man, and we'll get those things figured out. This is between Ray-Ray, the organization, and us. I wouldn't say it is a disciplinary thing, more of a football thing with something we have to get straightened out. Morris also said that the McCloud issue did not have to deal at all with the firing of Ike Hilliard, once a Giant, always a Giant, Giants legend, Falcons receiver coach. McCloud and Hilliard worked together in the 2020 and 2021 season with the Steelers before the two reunited in Atlanta. The 29-year-old was a star pass catcher at Clemson, where he won a national title. He was selected 187 overall in the 6th round of the 2018 draft by the Bills. He went on to play for the Panthers, Steelers, Niners, Falcons, and now your New York Giants. So look, not a lot of clarity on the situation. Probably not good when you got to get sent home from practice. Leave all that there. Bring all the 2024 playmaking you brought to the Falcons to the Giants. This crowd will love you. Ray-Ray McCloud, you're a Giant. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up icon. Subscribe to the channel. 100K. Here we go.